Because I mean, you haven't. Oh wait, you have added us. Oh yeah. Hey. Test.
Whoa. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
Oh, that's all our faces. If Matt's talking, we can't hear him.
Oh, for some reason I was muted. Hello.
Probably that was me. That was probably me.
Just the worst.
Just
Yay.
Oh, we
Excellent.
are here.
Mm-hmm.
Here, where's here?
Wherever here you want it to be.
We're in the
Wrong way.
metaverse, yo.
Yes.
Has anyone's Facebook changed over to Meta yet, or is it still just
So
Facebook?
it says Facebook by Meta, so that has updated, but I don't think they're rebranding the Facebook app service, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Social engineering hub. They are they're renaming like Facebook the company as Meta, and then they are renaming Oculus, their VR line, to Meta. So instead of having an Oculus Quest, you're going to have a Meta Quest, which I think is so dumb. But I mean, Alex and I, talked about that at length last week. So I'm not going to make
sorry.
people listen to that all over again. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's all good. I don't listen to our podcast when I'm not on it either. So let's be real.
Accurate. Yeah. Yeah, no, I was just like waiting for it to happen because I thought that's what was going to happen and then it never
Yeah.
did and whatever. I don't care either way. Facebook Meta, I think it's all stupid. So, yeah. Hi.
I think Alex is muted. Hello,
Yes.
Alex.
We are
If you heard
having
an echo
a
before, I
great time.
apologize. That was my speakers coming in through my microphone. I just turned it down.
Oh man. How's everyone's week?
Yeah, pretty good. Alex is having some real technical difficulties, friends. We
Yeah.
should almost start this over. We're not going to start it over. I'm just, yeah, it's been good. I'm like week 2 of a new job, and it's like I was telling my new boss today. I was like, I've got a full plate. It's great, but he's talking. Oh boy, I'm just gonna unmute him. Oh no, he can't even. It says that their mic's not connected. Sorry, Alex. We're just gonna continue on without you. We'll see you whenever you make it in here. Yeah. So I was telling my boss how I've got a full plate, but it feels like I have been here for a month. Like just the amount of stuff that I've been doing, that I am doing. So it's like equal parts, great and like fun, but also just like, oh my gosh, like it's a lot.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome
yeah.
though. It's very
you?
exciting. So yeah, my week's been pretty awesome. It's I also got a new job. I have not started it yet, but I
Ooh.
will be. So
Am
yeah,
I
I
back?
just
Oh, there he
hey,
is.
yay.
He made it back.
No.
Land of the living.
You can't
We
hear
hear
us?
you.
So yeah, I I started January, so it's my last 2 weeks at my current job now.
Oh wow.
And I just feel like it's gonna be the longest 2 weeks of my life, but we'll see. Other than that, getting over a cold, which is super fun. I haven't had a cold in like 3 years, thanks mask wearing COVID
Seems like it's
protocols.
going around. Both Jamie, my partner, my son Atlas, they both got colds over the last couple of weeks. Jamie's still like, she basically sounds like she's got laryngitis, like just no voice at all right now.
Oh, yeah.
I've had like the verge of a tickle, and like like it's just enough to like kind of like make you cough to deal with it in the moment, but then like it's gone and you
Right.
forget that it was there, and then like 12 hours goes by and you cough again. You're like, oh, am I actually getting sick now? And then nothing again happens. It's
It's just lingering, but it's pretty annoying.
Wow, that was a
Yeah.
trick.
Hey, there he is.
Wow. Okay.
Welcome,
Back
welcome,
now.
Alex. Oh
Whoa.
my, are you okay?
Yeah. My
Do you need
noise
a minute?
canceling wasn't working, so I had to figure that out. And then there was a whole thing because it wouldn't reset. So then
Oh,
I
Oh
was like,
no. Well,
yeah.
you're here. Welcome.
Yeah. Because
We missed you.
I could hear Steph's chair moving, so I was like, "Oh, mine's probably making noise now." So let me check, and then yeah, it works.
You
now.
could hear my chair moving? Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe my thingy's not working either. I don't care.
We were just sharing how our weeks are going. How's your week going?
It's going. I'm eating beef jerky now, so I guess it's
Well, that's
better.
pretty dope.
Yeah, that's pretty. What brand?
Wow,
That's the important note.
is there more than one brand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jack Lynx. Nice.
Classic.
Nice.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah. This is awesome, guys.
Well, for all of those who are watching right now, I do want to share something pretty cool. If you've been watching our Instagram over the last couple hours, you would have seen this already. But we, tomorrow night, will be co-streaming the Game Awards on YouTube.
The Game Awards.
The Game Awards. And you might be asking yourself, Matt, what do you mean when you say you'll be co-streaming the Game Awards? Well, I'm glad you asked. To co-stream is to be basically, there's going to be a stream happening of the Game Awards. You'll be able to watch it on Twitch. You'll be able to watch it on YouTube, all these different places. And when you get approved for co-streaming, it means you can actually like take that video, whatever it is, whatever the stream is, and you can stream it through your platform and have your own comments and things like that. So anybody who's fans of Play Pause and wants to support our channel or just come and hang out with us while watching the Game Awards and comment along with us, you can watch it on Play Pause YouTube's channel tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Before probably around 7:30, we'll hop on. We'll do a little pre-show, talk about kind of some of the nominees, talk about our predictions, all that kind of stuff. And then
sucks, the whole thing.
hang out a little after as well. Come back, once it's over, we're going to be back on the cam. We'll be talking about our reactions to what happened. If you've watched the Game Awards in the past, if you haven't watched the Game Awards in the past, they do a lot of stuff. A lot of announcements. You see new trailers for games. I think we got the reveal of the Xbox Series X at last year, so we actually got to see what it was going to look like. I could be wrong. It might have been 2 years ago now that I think about it, because last year it would have already been out. But regardless, there's a lot of great stuff that comes from it. It's the big premiere awards show. As you all know, we love watching awards shows.
Oh, I don't think it's the big game premiere awards show.
Yeah, it's the premiere awards show for gaming.
There you go. Because I was going to say, I'm pretty sure the Oscars kind of beat out every
although
other
I hear they're beating them now. No, that's completely lie.
That's super cool.
Yeah, that's happening.
Very
I'm
exciting.
pumped. I'm stoked. Yeah.
I'm going to be shitting on everything, so it's great. It's
Yes.
going to be an experience for everyone, especially me.
Speaking of gaming and how fantastic the Xbox is, Halo Infinite finally came out today.
Whoop whoop.
It took them forever. It took them a
It took
year.
them a year longer than originally planned to come out. Yeah. Arguably for the better. If you saw what it looked like, what it was originally going to be released as, they went for a very different visual look that we talked about a year ago on this channel, and how it was a bit more cartoony, which for me, and I was it's not that it was a bad thing. It was just that it didn't live up to what Halo has been traditionally, what it looks like. So if you're a fan of Halo and you go to play this new one on this new console, you're getting this cartoony look. You're kind of just they kind of Fortnite-ified it a little bit. And
Hey,
I'm not about that.
from Fortnite.
I mean, Master Chief was in Fortnite now, so now you might actually have some kids.
Reference, but that's fine. That's fine.
You might actually get some kids going, "Oh, it's that guy from Fortnite."
Yeah, that's the joke all over TikTok. Anyways, if you were on the social media that matters,
What's a TikTok,
guys? Then you know.
Did you stutter meant to say Tic Tac? Because you can buy those at the corner store.
What?
Huh?
Mm-hmm. It's a thing.
Indeed. Oh man!
Wow.
Oh man!
What
Wow.
is happening?
Speaking of Fortnite,
Wow.
speaking of Fortnite, guess what? Guess who you're going to be able to play as now on Fortnite? Not that I've played it in forever, and that I would care at all. But The Rock and Spider-Man.
Oh, it's another guy from Fortnite.
It's a duo.
Yeah. Well, The Rock is always The Rock. He was about to do it anyways. I'm sure it has to do something with his energy drink or tequila.
How is it The Rock the wrestler, The Rock the movie star? Is it Dwayne Johnson? Who are we getting in Fortnite?
Well, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm chomping on some beef jerky here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty
You're making
sure
me jealous.
it's The Rock. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson are all synonymous as one person now. So, at least that's how I see it.
Yeah.
Holy noises! Sorry, I'm trying to show you guys the video, but then there was so many loud noises happening.
I beat you to it.
I thought you meant it was me.
Boo earned.
Let's see.
Dun, 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 dun.
So fancy. What?
I don't even know what this show is. I mean, game is.
It's basically the game that they just try to hop on every single bandwagon, every single what's popular and happening right now. Okay, get it into Fortnite and continue to draw as much money out of people as you possibly can.
Well, that's not what Fortnite is. Fortnite is a game where children shoot at other children and grown adults and beat these grown adults.
So it's a shooter game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah. Third person shooter. Yeah.
And
But it's a big battle royale.
Yeah.
So
it's just started. They just started
How many
season
people enter?
3.
Yeah.
No. Chapter 3, season 1.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
sounds Cool.
It actually is not too bad, It can be fun if you're playing with the right people or
And what's the dancing part all about? Why do they do that?
celebrations, boredom,
Oh, okay.
keep you
It's
entertained.
what all the cool kids do, so they do it. Like I said, anything that's like a popular fad at any given time, they're jumping on that bandwagon.
You're not
they're
killing
ashamed to do
people. There's no blood, so it's appropriate for
it's
children.
very
Oh,
you
you're
are
just hurting people.
shooting them and making them disappear permanently. So I mean, that makes it appropriate for children. So
okay, I'll never play it, so it doesn't really matter.
you could.
But that's
You
cool. Good
really
for the
could.
Rock.
It's on the Switch. It's definitely on the Switch.
Ooh, yeah, not gonna buy it. Jorg,
I got it when it was free.
literally free.
Yeah,
You don't
we got
have
it
to
free.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's free for the Switch, especially if you have no, I think it's even free to play. You don't have to buy the Nintendo Pass, even though you get it from Matt. They have a deal with Nintendo, I guess, that Fortnite is free to play for everyone.
Yeah.
So good for them. You were saying about something about another person? Go on.
Speaking of Switch, Jorg keeps telling me to get Overcooked, which will be the next one that I get that I actually pay for.
Overcooked.
You
Great
tell
choice.
her to get Mario Party. And
I know,
Party
and I have been telling her. Don't worry.
Good.
Yeah.
Good evening, Commissioner.
What does that have to?
What?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
What? Huh?
Yeah, so we're playing Mario Party the other day. This was like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. I don't know. Steph picks Rosalita for some stupid reason. And guess who wins? Fucking Rosalita. That is the worst character in the game because she's so rigged somehow and she just wins.
She honestly is the worst. And whenever we play any game and we are against Rosalina as like a CPU, it is the most frustrating thing ever. There's a lot of swearing and a lot of just pure rage and anger between Alex and I. So that last time, it was a couple weeks ago, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to be Rosalina. And I was, and I won, and it was awesome.
Bullshit.
Yay, Rosalina. She like floats and stuff. It's weird. Maybe that's only in golf. I don't know.
No, she floats on the board too. She doesn't really walk. I don't even know where she's from. And don't tell me.
Me neither. I don't know either. And I also don't care because I'm probably just going to play her for everything now. Let's be real.
Cheat the system. Let's see. That's how that's fair.
We'll see how it goes. Maybe it was just a fluke.
It's possible. I mean, we did beat Rosaline last time, and by we, I mean, I think I came in second place. I don't know. Matt came first for some reason.
I won literally every minigame, all of them.
That's so true.
I got literally an achievement in the game that said like you were like the minigame master. Like I
gave you the achievement, but it didn't give you the special star for it. So
what do you mean special star?
So the special star.
Oh yeah. The at the end of the match. Yeah. But I still won. I didn't need the special star.
I still won. He said
that would have just been insult to injury for you.
Oh dear. Yes.
Luigi for the win.
The little rapist. Anyways. We all know he is. But yeah, that's Fortnite.
I don't know where to go.
What other games stuff out there? Because nobody cares about Halo. Wow. Suck at Halo fans. I'll fight you. Not in Halo though.
Something pretty cool that I just read. If you want to get a free ticket to the Uncharted movie that comes out next year with Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, go ahead and just buy yourself Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, which is coming out in January. It has like remastered versions of Uncharted 4 and Uncharted The Lost Legacy, so you get like upgraded visuals for the PS5. It's also coming out on PC, but just not right away. And you're going to get a free ticket for the movie.
Huh.
Probably only in America. I can't see Cineplex being like, we're giving away free movie tickets because you
never
want a
know.
video game.
I mean, it wouldn't be like it's free to you as a consumer, but I'm sure it would be like a kickback to Cineplex. It would be like a co-promotion. I don't know.
They'll just bump the cost of the game up $20 and that'll make up for it.
It's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a Canadian Tire deal where they're like, this is a crazy sale for this item that you definitely need, but then like the regular price of the item is twice as much as it should be. So the
Yeah.
sale at 50% off is just the regular price.
They already
Stupid.
give up the upgrade for Uncharted 4. Wasn't it already made for to be 60 FPS?
It might have gotten like a minor like frame rate bump, but like this is actually like a visual
because it was one of the first
upgrade.
games I could play in 4K on the Pro, and then that was one of the free games for PS5 when you get it.
It was one of the free games, but it didn't have a PS5 like actual update. Like a lot of the games that you got as part of the PlayStation Plus collection weren't like updated. Some of them later did, like God of War got a proper PS5 update, but Uncharted so far has yet to get one.
Because they're going to re-release them all again.
Of course, make more money.
I'll probably buy it. We'll see what's up.
The world works. That is how the world works. I still haven't played The Lost Legacy, so I probably will buy it just so that I can play that game. But I mean, I wouldn't mind playing through Uncharted 4 again. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Good games.
Yeah.
Some would say the blurst of games.
It was the blessed of times. It was the blurst of times.
Yeah.
All right. I got something fun for you guys that I'm going to go through that. This is like totally unscripted because everything we say on this podcast ever has been fully scripted. We spend our entire weeks between podcasts scripting what we're going to say on this.
The whole thing.
We even just time everything. We time the beats. Like we time like the low energy days. We time the high energy days. This is totally not one of the low energy days. Let me tell you.
Not at all. We are on point.
Well, let me tell you. Before we get into that, so I have this like cold sores in my nose. It's a weird thing. I know. I won't get into it. But so it makes I can't blow my nose properly because without feeling like excruciating amount of pain. And then I can't even breathe under my nose normally. But now it's just uncomfortable. So I'm just all in a haze and a daze. So we're getting through it.
Haze in a daze.
Hazy days.
I think we found our next podcast name.
Haze in a daze.
Oh, it's gonna be. It is what it is for the rest of our lives.
So,
anyways, go on, Matt.
Let's kick this off. So I was on the internet one time, as you do from time to time. Have you heard of the internet? And very timely for this time of year, the holidays are coming up, and many people and many families celebrate a little thing called Christmas. And turns out there's a lot of weird traditions for Christmas around the world. I didn't know if you knew this. But I want to get into a few and see which ones you guys have heard of and which ones you haven't heard of. So kicking it off, in Spain, they have this like character, this like mascot character called El Caganer. I'm definitely mispronouncing that, and I apologize to whomever I just offended, which is otherwise known as the pooping boy. So let me get this up here.
Okay. It's not at all what I was expecting you to say.
Now, so you guys have to enjoy this alongside me.
Okay.
Yes, so El Caganer, the pooping boy, in Spain. So literally means the defecator. And it is a figurine to elaborate nativity scenes in a holiday tradition in Catalonia, Andorra, and southern France, where no scale model of Bethlehem is complete without a peasant boy pooping on it.
Huh.
I am a fan of this.
So apparently this has been happening since the 17th or potentially even early 18th century.
That is amazing.
Where this has just been a thing. It's like one of the oldest poop jokes in history, and it's hilarious. So that's number one. There's 13 of these, so hold on to your butts. There's another one from Spain. It's literally just the present crapping Christmas log. Apparently they really enjoy like poop and crap jokes in Spain. I'm learning a whole I have got like a newfound respect for them Spaniards. I don't know about you guys.
So far, yes.
This is like the headline. Like, I don't know what it is with Catalonia and Christmas poo, but along with the pooping boy hidden in their nativity scenes, Catalonian Christmas tradition also includes Tio de Nadal, an anthropomorphic. There we go. I'm struggling. Log that shit's presence. Literally poops out presents, and that's how you get it. So starting on December 8th, the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, households in Catalan display a hollow log with a face and hat being optional to add to it for children to care for throughout the month. So here, I'm going to throw this up for some fun sharing with you both.
This is wild.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Present crapping
He's
Christmas log.
so cute. What? Yes.
Apparently on Christmas morning, the log is placed near the fireplace and the children sing this song. Shit, log, almonds, and nuggets. Do not defecate herrings, which are too salty. Defecate nuggets are which are better. Shit, log, almonds, and nuggets. And if you don't want to defecate, I will give you a smack. Shit, log. Sing that song 5 times fast.
Oh no.
Neither of you have heard of this before? No? I thought everybody knew about this.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. No pun intended.
All right. Let's get into the next one. Let's get into the next one. Let's keep
I don't
this
know
going.
if I can handle it.
All right. We got Buffana, the Christmas witch from Italy.
Yeah.
So on January 5th in Italy, children enjoy a post-Christmas visit from Buffana, a good-hearted witch. She's a lot like Santa. She flies through the night on her broomstick, enters through the chimney, and gives candy and presents to good boys and girls, and coal to the baddies. Unlike Saint Nick, Buffana wants wine and sausage instead of milk and cookies, which is sensible. Which is the least you can do, considering she leaves presents and even sweeps up before she leaves. Man, that's like dual purpose, like broomstick. It flies and it's used to sweep up places. Like, witches got it made. Apparently, there's a dark side to this tale of the unbridled generosity. Legend has it, Buffano was invited to accompany the 3 wise men to meet Jesus, but she turned them down because she was busy cleaning her house. Later, she changed her mind and went to find the Messiah, but she wasn't able to, and she's been looking for him ever since.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Buffana. I like her. Oh
right.
my.
This one's slightly terrifying.
Holy.
Hiding your broom, Norway. So Italians may welcome their Christmas witch with open arms, but in Norway, witches are given no quarter. In a seasonal tradition that supposedly dates back to pagan superstitions, Norwegians hide their brooms on Christmas Eve, so no mischievous witches can steal them and fly off into the winter night to do witch business.
What in the
I don't know why they would hide it on that specific day. Is it because they're expecting Santa to come? So they're like, well, if we hear somebody come in, we don't want to just assume it's Santa, so we better hide the broom.
Yeah. What in the hell is going on around the world? Like, we are so vanilla here in North America compared to this shit.
This is a really good point, though. The article goes on to say there's some serious holes. Speaking of which, how do witches even get into your house if they don't have a broom to begin with? Why do they need another broom?
We'll smash
do they walk? And if they already have a broom, what are they going to do with the second one?
They're witches. Good question. It's called magic. Get on. Next one.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, Kentucky Fried Christmas, Japan. I have heard of this one before. This is not new to me, but it is hilarious. Have either of you heard of this before?
No.
All right. Alex?
I have no idea what we're doing right now, but go on.
All right. So in Japan, where there are few Christians, I don't know if you knew that, but there's not that many apparently. Apparently, there are a few Christians eating Kentucky Fried Chicken on December 25th is a tradition. So much so that the fast food chain, which generates 5% of its annual business on that single day.
Oh my.
Like all good secular holiday celebrations, the trend began with marketing back in the 70s. The manager of the first KFC in Japan began advertising fried chicken meals as a way of experiencing a traditional Western-style holiday. It caught on, and now KFC on Christmas is so popular, Japanese people have to order weeks in advance lest KFC run out of its signature dish, nasty dried up fried chicken.
That is weird, but I get it. I mean, whatever. I guess somehow they gotta celebrate
That's like
the
it's
season.
just funny that like of all the things for KFC to be known for, it's go to Japan on Christmas and good luck getting your chicken.
Yeah.
All right. Venezuela is all about their fireworks and roller skating to mass. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going on that one.
That's kinda lame.
Camping on Christmas in South Africa. I guess it's not winter there, so camping makes sense, I guess. Oh, I guess they treat it like the 4th of July in the US.
Oh, fireworks and stuff? That's kind of
I
exciting.
mean, it is kind of like middle of summer for them, right? So
Yeah,
not,
true.
not that unusual. A Donald Duck Christmas in Sweden. So apparently they get a televised message yearly from Donald Duck at 3 p.m. On Christmas Eve. The entire nation gathers around their TVs to watch Kal Anka Och Hans Vanna Onskar Galjul. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I
That
think it
was
was
pretty
close.
good, I think. I don't know, it sounded right.
Which means to say, Donald Duck and his friends wish you a Merry Christmas, and they do a collection of mostly non-Christmas themed Disney cartoons from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, which apparently started in 1959. So there you go. Donald Duck is apparently a Christmas mascot.
It's very weird.
Ooh, Krampus.
Oh, this is my favorite.
Okay, Krampus. I know. Ram, it sounds like you know about Krampus. Alex, do you know Krampus?
Am I alive? Good answer.
Yes.
Then yes, of course we all know about it.
So this is an Austrian tradition, and apparently Krampus is having a cultural moment. This secondary character from the expanded Santaverse truly burst into pop culture consciousness over the last decade, making the jump from obscure figure of Austrian folklore to a cherished part of urban weirdos' annual holiday observances the world over. So apparently he's just like some like creepy, as you can see on the screen here, but if you're listening, he's like this like hairy demonic creature with like ram tusks or horns, and acts as Santa's henchman and enforcer, beating naughty children with sticks while Santa lavishes the faithful with presents and sweet treats. So it's basically the rated R version of Christmas Cole. And there's actually a movie called Krampus, and I watched it a couple years ago, and it's like really dark and twisted.
It's messed up.
So
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in quite some time, but I actually feel like watching it this year. And I was in the dollar store yesterday, getting some Christmas boxes for gifts and such. And Baba made a really good point in that it's really upsetting how non-represented Krampus is in just general, general Christmas time decorations and that sort of thing. So just saying.
What? Well, that would mean we have to represent all the ones we just talked about. All of those would have to be equally shared, as well as Santa.
Yeah, well, you can get Donald Duck stuff. You can like get Donald Duck stuff all the time.
Is year-round. Is a year-round thing.
Yeah.
The whole Christmas thing is just different.
Yeah.
That's just one place just taking it out of control.
You can go to Kentucky Fried Chicken any day that you want, and you don't have to worry about not getting chicken here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just saying. There's not like,
what about
why
the
is there
witches?
no? Yeah, you're gonna get some witch stuff. Paint your face, whatever. It's
Where do you think
possible.
they hide their brooms?
Theoretically, that you could do the same thing with Krampus. It's up to the people. I feel like that's a I think.
Well, in a multicultural country such as Canada, where we typically represent lots of cultures for various things, why is there no Krampus decor in the dollar stores? All I'm saying. That's all I'm asking for.
I would argue, why are there no witches stuff at Christmas?
Well, because in October you can get all of your witch
Clearance.
stuff and then just buy it then and have it for Christmas. And I'm pretty sure you already have a broom. If you don't, you should probably buy one.
I think you guys missed what I had to say before though. Where do you hide your broom in your house? Like, do you get like a gun cabinet that you lock it in? Like, how do you hide your broom from a witch? They got magic, man. They can find things.
Yeah.
They can make their way into your house. I'm sure they can find wherever you hid your broom.
My only suggestion of where to not hide it would be like under your bed, because then she's still going to find it because of the magic and the stuff. So she'll know it's there, and then she's going to be in your room, and that's super creepy.
You don't think she'd go in your room anyway?
I mean, I hope not. It's terrifying. Great. Now I'm not going to sleep tonight. Awesome. Can't wait.
All right, let's get through the last of these because I think this is hilarious. The Yule Cat and the Yule Lads from Iceland. So in Iceland, Christmas is ruled by Jólakötturinn, The Yule Cat, a gigantic. I think I've been better at these pronunciations the further we go. A gigantic black feline that roams the countryside, devouring anyone who isn't wearing any new clothing. That doesn't sound like marketing 101 if I haven't heard of it.
Oh my
Listen,
God. What
all
about
of you
the poor
fashion
kids?
moguls, if you want people to buy your new clothes, you got to start pushing this as a thing here.
Oh
The
my
legend of
God.
the Yule Cat was said to have been started by farmers to frighten their workers into completing their work by Christmas. Yay, capitalism. Wow.
Yeah,
That is unreal.
that is intense. Oh,
All right.
yummy.
Night of the Radishes, Mexico. So in Oaxaca, Mexico, Christmas is all about the radishes. December 23rd is Noche de Rabanos, the Night of the Radish, an annual radish orgy where hundreds of artists carve thousands of vegetables into elaborate scenes from the Bible and contemporary life. Boring.
What?
Ooh, this looks
Well,
fun.
it was boring until you said orgy, and then I was kind of intrigued. Like, why are they using that word? That's weird. Anyway, we'll move on to this.
These
This
masks
one.
look sweet. So
Yeah.
mummers, various. While the specifics vary from place to place, mummering is a deeply weird ancient Christmas tradition practiced in usually rural parts of Canada,
Okay.
Latvia, Newfoundland, and Ireland. Guys, we're allowed to do this one. That's culturally appropriate.
I like how they
I don't think
separate
that's
Newfoundland from Canada.
I still don't think that's appropriate. No.
I have Newfoundland heritage. I think I am allowed to.
No.
I really do like
That's
how
how
they made
cul-
Newfoundland their own country.
Alice, let me have this. I never get to participate in cultural like norms and things
Good.
because I'm from Ontario where we have no culture.
I'll allow it.
No.
Um,
You were born and raised in the city. You only can do city things.
I think there's a huge argument there for people that were also born in the city who also partake in things that come from the motherland. So
I'm only doing it because it's you. I don't really care about anyone else.
I know. So apparently this is where people dress in elaborate costumes and knock on their neighbors' doors. Anyone foolish enough to allow the mummers to enter their home is rewarded with songs, jokes, and dances. They let people inside.
Oh my
The
God.
hosts are expected to guess the identity of their guests and give them food and drink in return for their entertainment. Mummers say the tradition is not a prelude to a series of brutal murders, but I have seen enough horror movies to know what happens when mass strangers show up at your door at night, let alone let you inside. Come on. This is like
Matt, are you a
especially
murderous
relevant.
little monster that hides in costumes?
I mean, maybe when I wear costumes.
I mean, then maybe
I have
this is.
things. Oh, I thought you were done. Sorry.
Oh, no, okay,
No.
go on. I was just gonna disparage Matt about his culture again, but go on.
Or my lack thereof.
I mean, we'll get back to that. I have a question. Is this only one night of the year? I can't quite read it.
It's not. Oh, here we go. So it sounds like in Philadelphia, it's designed to give the city's garbage collectors an excuse to get drunk early in the morning on New Year's Day, which is the Mummers Parade.
Okay.
But it does not clearly
So
indicate on when, because well, they do say at the beginning, like specifics vary from place to place. So
okay, so basically what I'm understanding is that because there's no given day that this happens on, as somebody in one of these areas where mummers are present and doing their thing, you're just expected to have all this extra food and drink and like hospitality kicking around for just any given time
let's
and
be
moment that
fair.
some mummers
If
might show up at
you
your door. That's
participate in
insane.
any kind of Christmas family stuff, you usually have a lot of food and a lot of leftovers. I usually have way too much food after the fact of having any like family Christmas dinner, especially when like you go from like, you know, like one family to like your partner's family or like whatever.
maybe
You
if
end
it's
up with a lot of
after, yeah.
leftovers. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I never get
this sounds
any
hilarious.
leftovers.
I brought you leftovers last year. You shut up.
I was talking about my family, but that's fine.
Hey, am I not your family? Come on now.
Rude.
Aw,
That makes it all about him.
that's nice.
I'm a football.
Also, the
Anyway.
mask of that orange guy looks like one of
Yeah.
the masks from one of the kids from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Heck yeah, it does. Yeah, you're totally right.
Never saw it.
I thought you were gonna go with like Purge for a moment. I was like,
well, also a little purgy, but
when you let people in your house, I mean, like apparently there's like people just like trying to like are actually walking into houses in my neighborhood right now and just like taking things while people are home in the middle of the day. So apparently that's been happening. So lock your doors.
Fuck, they caught
kids.
me, eh? Fuck.
okay.
Are you a white woman in their 20s with a tattoo on your face?
Hey, it's 2021, maybe.
I identify as a white woman in my 20s with a tattoo on my face. So
Oh, excellent. Nice. Perfect.
oh my
This one
God.
looks cool as hell. Mary Lude, I'm gonna guess. The zombie Christmas horse. So for our listeners who are not watching this live, picture a horse skull on a person in like a sweater, like a white sweater, and like with like a crown of flowers hanging over its head. So this is the description: gathering with friends and family to celebrate the birth of the big baby Jay. Figure that one out. Give you $10 if you can figure that one out. That's a lie. I will not give you $10. Is okay. But the pre-Christian Welsh celebration of Mary Lude is on another level. It works like this. On New Year's Eve, groups of revelers dressed as ghosts affix a horse skull to a pole, decorate it, and go from house to house with their grotesque puppet, singing a traditional song that begs for entry. Instead of responding, "Dear God, why won't you leave us alone?" those inside the house hurl rhyming challenges and insults at the ghosts and their dead horse puppet. A pagan rap battle ensues in which each side tries to verbally best the other. If Team Dead Horse wins, they are invited in for drinks and food. If the homeowners win, they are presumably allowed to go back to bed. What is with letting people into your
why
house?
are we just letting all these people into our houses? What is happening around the world?
In costumes, like at
Oh
what
my
point
God, like
does that
scary
occur to you? Like,
costumes.
I should let you in and like feed you and give you beverages.
Oh,
Well, that's how you stop getting
my
murdered.
Lord.
That's how you not get murdered. If you don't let them in, then they come around and murder you.
I mean, they might murder you anyway.
Well, see, if you're feeding and drinking them, then
What happens when you stop?
they're done. They're tired.
Oh,
They go home.
is that how it works? I hope you got a lot of food ready to go.
Oh my
They don't
God,
come to
no.
my house.
That is that. So that's them. That was it. I hope you all enjoyed that fun.
I did.
I hope you learned a lot.
I learned that the world is insane. More insane than we even realized 10 minutes ago.
I know. I
Right.
got angry about cultural appropriation and equality for a minute there. So
If
I'm
that wasn't
sorry.
fun enough for you, apparently there's a streamer who has been saying Mario over and over and over again on his stream for the past few days, to the point that he's said it over 345,000 times.
who's counting?
Like, get a job. God.
I think there's like an automated system that's tracking how many he has said.
Well, let's see how many times it counts. We say it is what it is. See who wins the
It will
battle.
never be that many.
And this is a Canadian streamer. His name's
no.
Nicro. So he set the goal of saying Mario every time someone contributed to his channel. If they contributed 1 bit, he'd say it once. If for $1, he'd say it 100 times. For every sub to his channel, he'd have to say it 250 times.
So
that's cheating. That's just cheating.
Is he doing anything else? Is he playing a game? Is he
okay, so basically he had 119 cumulative hours of streaming. He did sleep in between. And he's the goal is to say it 557,000 times. It looks like he's just kind of like sitting in a chair. He's eating.
So he's not like he's just literally sitting there saying Mario whenever somebody does something.
Here, I got That's so weird. So this is like his like stream setup. So it's just like
he's dressed as Mario.
Dressed as Mario. He's got like an old school TV there that's like Paper Mario's on it in this image, but then like there's another one here where like he had Super Mario up on the screen. And he's just saying Mario over and 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 over.
What does the world come to? Like,
Yeah.
I have to go to work for 10 hours a day to make any kind of money.
Yeah.
And this guy gets to sit in a chair dressed as a fucking character.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, what is the world becoming?
We could try it, Alex, and see what happens.
I don't have that
Yeah,
kind of time.
I mean, we already know
That's
who
the
would
thing. Where do
win.
people get the time to do
Alex will
these
say
things?
Alex will say Mario, Matt will say Luigi, and I'll say Rosalina. And
And
it'll
you'll
just be a
win.
clusterfuck. Yeah. And then we'll win all the money.
Just like
All
time.
mullahs.
We just have to
Yeah.
dedicate like 4 days of our life 100%. And none of us have anything else going on, so it'll be fine.
It'll be
Sure.
fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally. Absolutely.
Terrible.
My God.
Yep, that's where we're at. This type is that
Did you
people
guys
can sit in a chair and do nothing. I wish I
did
could.
you guys
do
talk
that.
about Tim Biebs last week? Or
Yeah,
did we get to
we
that?
did.
Oh, damn it. All right.
Extremely mediocre.
Yeah.
You mean the
I-
Timbits that are just Timbits?
Yeah.
With some like chunky bits on the outside.
Okay,
So like
so
another type of Timbit they release around Christmas?
I think it's
Like-
just like when you wipe towards the balls and then like you get the leftovers.
So like when you get the Christmas Timbits, like the Christmas cake and like all that stuff, those kind of Timbits are basically the same thing. I'm going to ignore what Matt said because we're not going to talk about that. But
so
or
yeah,
you
I
get-
think you're right, Alex. It is. It's just they're just like, oh, we'll just sprinkle this other stuff on. But here's my question. The color scheme that they went with for all of this stuff, so like the merch and the advertising, it's like the dark brown and the yellow, which
Very traditional
was the,
Timmies.
yeah. And that's like from when they maybe not when they first started, but definitely like late 80s,
It's like
early
the retro
90s.
look. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why the hell did they go with that color scheme when it's correlated with Justin Bieber, who's like younger than us? He was probably not
So-
even alive.
Well, you never know. So like here's the thing. Retro after a time becomes cool again. So, when they first like update and they go away from the old look, everybody's right. They're like, "Oh, in the old look, it's old. You don't want that anymore." Then some time goes by and somebody's like, "You know what? That was pretty cool. That worked. I like that style." And suddenly it becomes popular again. I was actually going to bring this up last week.
All right, just to answer
Sorry.
Steph's question real quick before Matt goes into this weird whatever world he's going into. Basically, they're just mixing the two worlds of Tim Hortons and Justin Bieber. They're just literally just taking his name and putting it in the Tim Hortons thing.
Right. I guess what I was gonna say is I don't understand why they wouldn't just do like a new color scheme, like new Justin
No.
Bieber Tim Hortons with like new colors.
what
Why
you're
are they
saying.
using
I get
old
what you're
school
saying.
colors?
Because they're mixing Tim Hortons with Justin Bieber.
I know, but it's not even the current.
Alex
Tim Hortons.
doesn't
It
have
doesn't even-
an answer to you.
I'm pretty sure that's the answer. They're just mixing Tim
and I
Hortons.
know what you're saying, but why are they picking a color scheme from a time when he was not even alive yet?
But isn't that
like-
still their color scheme though? Like, I mean, the answer
No,
is
it's
the
like red and
while
brown now.
So
But the gold's
I'll get
still
back
there.
to what I was saying because I
No,
think there's
not
some
really.
validity to circle
Okay,
back on
fine.
this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So what I was going to bring up over the past couple of weeks was there's been a thing with the young generation again, where apparently wired headphones are in again,
Oh,
and wireless
God.
headphones are out.
Hi, buddy.
So people
Sorry, the dog's here.
like if you're wearing AirPods or if you're wearing some kind of wireless headphones, you're no longer cool. Now you're just like all those other people that aren't in. You're on the out, whatever that is. And so the cool kids who are with it, they're wearing the wired headphones again, and that's the fashion style that they're doing. So me coming back to this Tim Biebs thing, Justin Bieber is very trendy, and so if old school coloring of Tim Hortons is in, he's gonna be wanting to collaborate on that, and that's my story.
Sure. Okay. I guess it irritated me because I'm like, he doesn't even know. Like, he doesn't even know what those colors are all about,
I would disagree because the Tim Hortons look didn't change until about 2005 ish. Like that's when they started remodeling all the buildings and everything. And he's only 5 years younger than us. Which
I
is a shock.
don't ever remember Tim Hortons being like, there's pictures of me when I was like 4. I guess, okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm thinking that it's older. That color scheme is older than it is. But I swear it's been like the red, like more predominantly red and brown for ages now, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Man,
It just
I'm a
seemed
good
weird. I was
guesser.
like, I don't really get it. Also, the merch is stupid, but that's that.
And yet people are buying it.
Well, like they just ripped out like one of the oldest ones in the city, not our city, Cambridge. Boo. The other like last year, earlier this year actually. And that one was still like old school brown and old school brown and white yellow logo. Yeah.
I just really think they should have done new colors or new whatever, but I guess they like changed the font and made it cool. I don't know, whatever. The whole thing is bothering me because I was pretty excited about new Timbits. I fucking love Timbits. And I was really excited about it and was hugely disappointed. The only one that I really liked the change and it was like very mediocre was the sour cream one with the chocolate chips. Because the sour cream glaze is my favorite Timbit, second favorite Timbit, but it was really good with the chocolate chips. But
yeah,
that was what
so
the waffle one was stupid. It didn't even taste like it was just like mushy. It was just mushy to me.
Yeah.
And the chocolate one just tasted like chocolate. So
like their original logo, like a lot of the shops still have their old signs up, which are like their street signs, like the old McDonald, like the big yellow arches kind of signs.
yeah.
And those are still like those the ones that are hard to replace unless you want to make them all digital. And those are like the old school Tim Hortons branded yellow, black, and brown. And I see those ones still around. I think the one on King Highland, same street. No, it's not. But the one on Highland still has it. The one on Highland that fresh. There's like 3 on Highland, but the one on
oh, the one that's just drive-through.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
I
that's
think that
used to work at Jorg.
Yeah,
that one still has its old sign up still. I think.
Does it really? Huh.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, never mind.
Old like logos and branding is cool sometimes. Like McDonald's like obviously has flirted back and forth with like new branding, and then they always like go back to the retro arch look, and that's definitely worked for them. Coca-Cola tried a new look and like Coke and all that stuff, and then they always reverted back to like the classic Coca-Cola look. There's something like very nice about it. I think, Pepsi one day will probably do a retro line with like, Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears in like 20 years from now.
My God, that's like the dream. I think
he's referring to the fact that they already did that.
Oh. Well, the dream is over.
Got her.
They spent like $10 million like 10 years ago to make a new logo. And they just decided we're just going to copy our logo from the 70s. And I paid one person to do that. And they went with it.
Well, I am a fan of old school logos and stuff, like especially sports teams. The Jays going back to their old logo, or a sort of slightly different, more modernized version of their old school 90s.
Mighty Ducks wearing the classic Ducks jerseys.
Yes, excellent.
That's always a solid choice.
And even like the Raptors went back to their old one for a little while there.
Yep.
I hate their new uniforms, but whatever. That's the whole Drake effect, I guess. And what was the other one? I know the Leafs have also, not that I care really about them at all, but they went back to their sort of an older version of their logo and stuff too. So very fun. I guess I will try to get on board with the Tim Biebs, but also I don't really care. Whatever. I tried to order regular Timbits at Tim Hortons the other day because sometimes I just want some birthday cake Timbits, and they didn't have any. So she was like, "Well, we have the new ones." I was like, "No, they suck. So I'll just take my coffee, thanks."
The chocolate one just tastes like chocolate.
Yeah, they do.
It does.
So yeah, I would have just taken it. That's your pride getting in the way, Steph. Just take, and just eat the chocolate.
No, the birthday cake waffle ones taste like they're just mushy to me. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I had those. I don't remember. It was a stupid day and I hated it. So I don't remember much of that day. Pretty sure it was the day I died. So
the day the Alex died.
Yeah, that was Friday, I'm pretty sure.
Why my KFC
Mr.
on
American
Christmas night.
Alex.
What is happening?
I'm not sure. So yeah, cool. What else you guys got?
Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Nick Offerman has been cast in the HBO Last of Us series. So Nick Offerman, for those who don't know, Parks and Rec, he played. Why is his name escaping me? Oh my gosh.
Ron
Burgundy, not Burgundy.
Swanson. I've never even watched the show, Matt.
Yes, Ron Swanson. He is playing Grumpy Old Bill. And so for all of you fans of The Last of Us game series, you will know he's probably the perfect cast choice for that character.
Yeah, like isn't he already kind of grumpy?
Yeah, like he definitely has like the very hard stoic personality. Like the character you see in Parks and Rec is like pretty reasonably close to like how he is in real life as well. I recently watched his Hot Ones episode and was just like, yeah, that's him.
Same guy.
Okay. Cool. I loved the character. I love the man. I want to marry him.
Not loving the man.
Well, you've already got a date booked.
Yeah.
Just
swap one choice for another.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go back to gaming real quick here. Because I don't...
What is happening?
I'm just going to move on. Rockstar decided recently, their CEO, president, whatever he is. I've only heard this through other people. I've actually not read the article, but said that they are only the next big game they're going to release is obviously going to be GTA 6. But then they're going to this will be the last game in the Grand Theft Auto series. And then they're going to only focus on Red Dead Redemption going forward. And lots of side stories and missions and stuff like that. So who knows?
I can see them releasing GTA 6 or whatever they call it. And then it's just like forever updated like GTA 5 has been. Like GTA 5 came out.
Yeah, but if you look at it, Red Dead Redemption was their biggest launch, even bigger than Grand Theft Auto 5.
But what teed up to that? Certainly the first Red Dead Redemption was like an amazing game, story-wise, character-wise, just gameplay-wise. So yeah, of course that led to the success of Red Dead Redemption 2. But I mean, let's be real. The appetite for Rockstar's games is really high right now because they're taking their sweet-ass time between games. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 came out 2 gaming console generations ago. It came out on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. And then, yeah, they re-released it on PS4 and Xbox One, and then are re-releasing it again on PS5 and Xbox Series X. But like, we have not gotten a new Grand Theft Auto in over 2 game console generations now. That's crazy.
We did get Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's it though, right? You get one Rockstar game, a game console life cycle. Like, so yeah, I get what they're saying. Like, Grand Theft Auto 6 will come out for this generation, and then we're probably either going to be at the end of this generation, if not going into the next generation before you get the next Red Dead game.
But what I was being told is that they're just going to be working on like just Red Redemption, like new games for that, new stories, because they're going to go online regardless. But like even the new GTA 5 DLC, learn how to speak, Alex. Like relax. But the new DLC that came out, it's an actual story DLC, but it's only on the online. You play it online, which I find ridiculous. And think Rockstar needs to get away from this online thing. I understand it's how they're making their money and it's
Alex,
killing everybody.
Something you might like though.
I don't care about Dr. Dre being in it.
But they're doing a story extension. No. Like it's actually a story expansion.
Yeah, but it's for the online gaming. Like it's only for the online story.
But it's a Franklin story. Like it's
but it's a Franklin story for online
expansion. Really?
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I read.
Sus. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, for sure. I know everything you guys are talking about. Absolutely.
All right. Alex and I are on a race right now to find out who's wrong.
GTA Online is getting a Franklin story expansion.
All right. You're right. I'm wrong.
Story-focused expansion. The contract. Like, I get it, but fuck off and give me a fucking DLC for the game. Is your biggest receiving Grand Theft Auto game, theoretically, other than 4, which they will never...
It's a free update. You don't have to pay for it.
but they won't give us GTA 4 remastered ever. That's because they can go fuck ourselves, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, they always tease from the beginning that we'll have DLCs and stuff like this probably. Yet they relied to us and only said it for the online. Ridiculous.
So I have a question for you
Ridiculous.
guys.
I've been watching a lot of Harry Potter lately, so go on.
It's on Crave.
Do you guys like to play video games?
I don't know how to answer that.
I haven't played a video game probably other than Mario Party.
I'm just gonna say
not
yes.
about whether you've played a video game recently. It's whether or not you enjoy playing video games.
Okay, yes, sometimes. Why? What's up?
Okay.
Hit me.
Do you ever have the desire to play video games when you're on the road, like in a car or on a road trip?
No,
I don't
never.
like where this is going. Go on.
I get very car sick, so no. But
okay.
You never know. Maybe at the on a break.
I've had many experiences growing up where I was playing Pokemon in the backseat of my parents' car going somewhere, or even playing the Switch sometimes. I don't actually think I've ever played my Switch in a car because I'm always driving. But
not when I am.
Tesla made an update. So you've been able to play video games and watch Netflix and all this stuff on the big screens in your dashboard of Tesla for a while now. That's not new. What is new, and it's kind of puzzling lawmakers and safety makers, is why this most recent update allows you to play video games while the car is driving on the big dashboard screen.
Isn't that where your odometer is and all that stuff? Isn't all that stuff on that screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Okay, so yeah,
let's take a moment of silence for all the people who are going to be dead in the next 2 years. So.
Yeah, what kind of games are there? Not that it matters. It shouldn't be any game that's playing. I don't even think you should be able to play anything on there. That's such a safety hazard. But I guess the whole thing with Tesla, one of the, not the whole thing, but one of the major things is that they're self-driving, right? So is that does it work all the time?
The thing is, when the car is self-driving, you're still supposed to be paying attention.
Well, you absolutely should
just recall this Model X for a year because of the self-driving.
They did a recall.
Yeah.
So essentially, yeah. So let me just pull up what the dashboard looks like. It's just so everybody knows what.
Yeah, because I really have no idea, to be honest.
So this is what the dashboard looks like. So this is a Model 3. This is the sedan. So you got your steering wheel. There's nothing in front of you. There's no heads-up display or anything. So it's kind of like a Yaris for anybody who would ever drive or buy a Yaris. Sorry for those people.
Some of us had no choices.
And then you've got the big display here, and this is all of your driver controls, usually on the left side there, and then on the right side is a combination. You can have your navigation there, you can do your music, you can do any number of things, and now you can play video games in that left side. So it's not like you're losing out on your driver specific stuff there. That's not going away, but for some reason they felt it necessary to allow you to have your passenger playing a video game on the right hand side. I actually don't.
I have so many thoughts.
Tesla video games. They actually have quite a few games, and they're not horrible games either. Let's see if I can find a list of all the games available.
Because even as a passenger, it doesn't look like it's very comfortable to play that play on that console thing. It's it's at an awkward angle. It just seems so silly. There's so many other ways to play games while you're in a car. On your phone. Bring your Switch. Why does it have to be on there?
I guess they've been introducing arcade style games for a while. There's 3 new games that came out with this update. Solitaire, a game called Skyforce Reloaded, and then another game called The Battle of Polytopia Moonrise. Okay. I don't know anything about these games. I have not played them, but it's just such a bizarre thing. I think when you're parked, there's other games. I don't think they're allowing you to play every game, because I know for a fact there's games racing games that you can play that you actually use your steering wheel and whatnot for. And so when you're parked, it just disengages the steering wheel from your tires, so you're not wearing your tread while doing this. But yeah,
God,
weird, bonkers.
Yeah, super weird. I don't like it. Yeah. The world's yeah. People driving already don't pay enough attention, like, just
Yeah,
as it
yeah.
is in normal cars that they've had
Oh,
for
man.
15 years, let alone with that sort of distraction. Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Yep.
Well, it is what it is, you know?
It
It
is
is what it
what it
is.
is.
It is what it is because that's the
We
way
need
the
a
world is
bell for
moving.
every time one of us says that. Just ding, 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 ding.
I'll get like
Well-
a staple, one of the staples buttons that says it is, that says that was easy, but I'll change it.
Yeah.
So that it says it is what it is. That was a lot for me.
I could
Whew.
see that. You
I don't
like
know
really
why.
worked like your mind, your body, your soul to get those words out.
I get it. I get it. You know,
Oh,
I
man.
get it. Well, tomorrow lots gonna happen in the Game Awards. You know, there's gonna be the Sonic 2
Yeah.
trailer dropped in there somewhere. It's gonna be that'll be fun.
Mhm.
They still haven't even voiced Tails yet. They just announced that the voice actor of Tails from the other ones is gonna do it.
Oh, that's cool.
But they haven't even done that yet, apparently. I don't know how that makes sense, but whatever.
So they've
would've-
casted it, they just haven't done the voice acting for it.
Yeah.
Is that what
yeah.
you're trying to say?
I guess. I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, the movie seems like it's done, but that's fine.
Yeah.
What else we got? We're gonna see the first ever Halo TV series trailer, live action trailer tomorrow as
It's
well.
pretty neat.
It's neat. It's a neat thing. It's a neat thing.
That's neat.
The other day we saw the Spider-Man Across the Universe, the Spider-Verse 2
Yeah.
trailer, teaser trailer.
Which is part 1. So it's like the sequel to Into the Spider-Verse, which is the
Mhm.
best Spider-Man movie and best Spider-Man.
Oh God.
And yeah, so apparently, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is part 1 of like an upcoming series of Across the
Now, here's the
Spider-Verse
thing.
movies.
Here's the thing. Are we going to see Miles in No Way Home? Are we going to be
Probably.
able to see it?
They're breaking open the verses, man. So I hope we get like Spider-Pig and Nick Cage's Spider-Man. Did you guys hear that James Cameron like had like planned a Spider-Man movie at one point and then didn't proceed with it?
Yeah, it's
What?
going to be very much like Burton's Batman, very dark and gritty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that could have been cool. I would have watched that.
Fuck you, James
Yeah,
Cameron.
apparently that's
Anyways,
apparently it was like one of his like biggest regrets from movie making is that he didn't
Good.
do with that.
good. He already ruined Pocahontas once, so we don't need to do something else.
What? I don't know.
Avatar.
Oh,
It's just Pocahontas.
I guess
Probably
it kinda
closer to
is,
Fern and
yeah.
Gully. Oh, it's exactly the same story. If you really think
Oh,
about it,
that's
it's
really
exactly
funny.
the same story.
I only saw that movie the one time we saw it in theaters, and that was it.
Pocahontas? Oh, we saw Pocahontas together in the theaters?
No, Avatar.
We're all dying here.
But you're coming next week to see Spider-Man, right?
That was me nodding
it's recorded
silently for anyone
live, so
who-
I think she's going.
I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't see why not. I just, I'm just not like a big. I know this is like blasphemy, but I don't really care that much about Spider-Man. But I know that's like the
He's
worst
the
thing you can say
best.
is I know.
I don't care about Spider-Man either, but I care about the series of films because this one's a big one. This one's gonna actually open up the next part of the world, the next superhero films from the Marvel universe.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be
It's the
like,
keystone.
what the fuck's happening? But
You
it'll be
know,
fine.
well,
Maybe
you
I'll
can
come
watch the other
it.
two on Prime. Yeah,
You have a whole week to watch all of the Marvel movies up
A
until this
whole
point.
week. That's not that much time.
you
I've
just
got
have
a
to
lot
watch
going
No
on.
Way Home. You can't watch No Way Home till next week, but you got to watch Far From Home and the other one.
Okay, maybe I will. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll just make it my goal and I'll just
Homecoming?
do it.
Homecoming. That's it. Yeah. It would existed. I don't remember.
At the very least, I'll come for the popcorn. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love popcorn.
Who doesn't like popcorn? Alex.
What?
Wait, can we drink beer in the theater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going
Oh.
VIP too, so it's like a whole thing.
Ooh, there's like tables and stuff, isn't there?
Kinda, yeah.
Tables and
Cool.
ladders and chairs. Oh my!
Ha!
I got
Took
excited.
me an
Ladders.
hour to get. An hour. Like, that's so ridiculous.
All right, I guess I better come
Yeah.
with you.
He worked really hard, guys.
I did. It was a lot of work.
You know what I've been enjoying, and that I think is a really good show right now is the
It's a
Wheel of
really
Time.
big show. Sorry, go on.
Really big show. Yeah, the Wheel of Time. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
What did you think of the most recent episode?
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, fun it is.
I have not watched it. That's on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, is it
Cool.
still breaking your TV?
Yeah, it's stupid. I hate it.
So I will say I started watching it on my confession time. My Apple TV 4K box is plugged into my 4K television, but it's not plugged into one of my HDR compatible ports. And this is where I watch most of my content. So I don't watch most of my content.
What did you just say? What?
In HDR.
What? Why do
and
you?
the reason for this is
why?
my TV only has two HDMI
Matt, if I
ports
did
that support
this,
HDR.
you would like
I know.
rip me a shred for it.
Yes, I would. But here's my dilemma. Here's the problem. My TV only has two HDMI ports that support HDR. And what do you think I'm going to plug into those ports? I'm going to plug in my PS5 to one because duh, and I'm going to plug in my Xbox Series X to the other one because
But you
duh.
have a. Do you not have a receiver?
Not upstairs, not to that TV. My receiver's down here for the home theater system.
What?
Which, duh, like obviously.
Duh. The doy.
God.
Yes, there are solutions. I could get like an HDMI splitter. I could get a pass through. I could get actually I want to get a sound bar that would be a pass through and it would solve all of these problems. But long story short, I watch most of my content on my television, not in HDR. Now, part of the thing is, and I'm still pissed at Sony because when I bought the TV, they said it was going to get Dolby Vision through an update, and then they just released Alex's TV a year later with Dolby Vision and completely ignored mine.
Nerd.
Whatever. I don't get Dolby Vision, which is honestly I'm not super stoked about. So yeah, I mean, I would use my Xbox and or PlayStation a bit more frequently to watch stuff if like the remotes were as good or if it was as quick to get into content. The Apple TV is just so much more convenient. I can just very quickly like tap on it. I'm in content in seconds. The Xbox PS5 comparatively, there's just a few more buttons. Sometimes I have to pick up a controller and it's just annoying and I just don't want to do it. But I did try. So I did, I wanted to kind of see if I was running into the same problems, Alex, that you were running into. So I actually turned on my PS5. I got it going. I think I'm going to have to make a video for our channel that goes through some of this stuff because I was getting really frustrated. I've got all of my like TV settings for my PS5 and my Xbox set for like game mode, which means like it's caring less about the accuracy of the picture than it is for getting like frame latency and input lag to really low levels. That means when you're playing games, from the time you press the button to the time you see it happen on screen, it's like the least amount of time possible between. What happens when you're watching a lot of content like HDR movies and whatnot is the amount of time to get from the source, so from like your Apple TV or your Xbox or whatever to the television can be significantly longer because your TV is doing a lot of image processing to give you a really nice looking picture.
And that's great. Amazon Prime. But go on.
Unless you use Amazon Prime. So sure enough, I turned on my PS5 and I'm like, I'm going to watch this in HDR. I want to see what, A, I want to see how good it looks or it should look. And then B, I want to see all these problems that people are having. Right away, I turned it off in 2 minutes. I'm not even going to kid you. I switched over to my Apple TV because I got so annoyed so quickly. I was dealing with like frame stuttering, like motion stuttering across the screen.
I don't know. I haven't had that. Yeah.
Again, is probably a lot to do with how my TV settings are to my PlayStation because I have it set up for gaming, not for movie like watching and whatnot. So I was getting like a bunch of like frame stuttering, and I was getting like the colors were definitely like the skin tones were kind of green, and they were
that's my problem.
Off.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, like this looks really bad. So like I was starting to go into my TV settings. So like when I say 2 minutes, it was like 2 minutes of watching. Then I spent like 5 minutes of fiddling with my settings. Then I was getting really upset because I was like, I don't want to change my settings. My settings were great for gaming. And that's what I use this box for. I don't use this box for watching content. So I switched everything back, switched to my Apple TV and be like, I don't care. I'm just going to watch it in 4K, non-HDR, like a pleb. And
like
say
a
la vie.
pleb.
I will say though, it looks so much better on my projector in 1080p than it does in 4K. for some reason, when I watch this show on Amazon Prime in 4K, all of the backgrounds are just like, there's just like fuzz everywhere.
Just noise everywhere, eh? That's
And
weird.
when I watch it in 1080p in HD, that fuzz is not there. It's a clean background. It's weird. It's like there's a lot of weird stuff going on with however Amazon is like rendering or producing this show and like.
And if this is what Lord of the Rings is going to look like, guess who's not watching Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, right.
Not this guy.
I will say, specifically talking to this episode and caring a little bit less about Amazon Prime's problems and just talking about like the actual show production, there's a use of a lot of like CG sets in this castle and like in the castle rooms. I don't know, Alex, if you noticed this in the most recent episode. Have you watched the most recent episode? I guess I should ask.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot of like the rooms in this like castle. They're at the White Tower for anybody who's following along. Or
Jeff, do you watch this show?
I have not watched it. No.
There's a character they introduced in this show before Matt goes on that I think you'd really like. He's only in it for like 5 minutes, but he's funny. Anyways, go on.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out at some point.
I'm curious who you're referring to. Anyway,
I don't remember.
Yeah, so they're in the White Tower, and like all of like the rooms just look really obviously fake.
Before you go on to that too, watching this, I thought this tower was going to be white, but according to my TV, it was green. So go on.
Yeah, so it's I feel like, given the factor that this show has gotten a pretty big following already, it was the most successful launch of any series ever on Amazon Prime Video so far. I'm just going to call it Prime Video because that's actually what it's called.
In Canada, isn't it? It's called
Amazon Prime Video everywhere.
States. I thought, okay, maybe I don't fucking know.
Amazon Prime's a service, right? So really Prime Video has like this is the biggest launch they've ever had for any television show. So something tells me like now that this show's had success, they're definitely going to move on to a season 2. We're probably going to see like the improvements in production into the next season. We're going to benefit. So like you'll go back and watch this season retroactively, like after like being far in the future, when you see like how they're showing the White Tower then and like all these different places, and you're probably going to be like, whoa, that's like a huge step up. It kind of reminds me of like going back to the first Harry Potter movie now, like the Philosopher's Stone, after you've watched some of the later movies in the series and you're like, oh my gosh, things are rough. You know?
Well, the thing is that after like I've watched like 3 and 4, and then I'm halfway through to 5 right now. Because after Harry Potter 5, they use the same director throughout the rest of the series.
Yeah.
And he went dark as hell, and I hated it. He went
super dark, yeah.
Like I just didn't like side tangent before we'd get into back to the Wheel of Time. Just I didn't like, this is the problem with Wheel of Time, I think, in the sense too, is that they went so dark and saturated that you can see everything, you can do everything, but I understand it was an element that they were trying to provide there. I just felt like mix up a bit. But I
did find it difficult, some of the scenes in the later Harry Potters, like it was kind of hard to follow because you're just like, what the hell's going on in this like just sort of chaos right now? Because that's also when the story starts getting really crazy too, and there's lots of like fighting and all this stuff, and I always wanted to be able to see it better because I think it would have been really cool. But yeah, that dark effect stuff, and I get like the storyline also gets really dark, so it kind of goes along with that. But yeah, I couldn't see.
And that's like the opposite for Wheel of Time, where Wheel of Time is super bright, and it really messes with the TV a bit because I feel like then you're seeing all the colors, and I understand Wheel of Time is all about color, but that's why I think a lot of things when they were shooting it, they were like brightening everything, making it very, when it got especially to the color saturation. And then again, it also comes down to the cameras they're using and the way that they developed it to put it on for the app, for streaming, and it was a whole thing. Yeah. Anyways, continue, Matt.
Actually, that's a really good point, Alex, because I mean, I watched an episode on my iPad and it looked fantastic. So, I mean, who knows?
It's TVs really that are messing with it, but I didn't really think about that. But
yeah.
The character I'm thinking about is Lorai, by the way. Lorai? Loral.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe.
No. Okay episode. It was a little bit like they were kind of like stuck in one place throughout the episode, and it was very much centered on an event that happened in the previous episode of someone passing away, and the fallout of all of that. But we see the characters finally return and meet up. So you see Rand and Perrin, or actually, do we see Perrin and Egwene meet up? I know you see Nynaeve find Rand and Matt.
my god, how do you know any of these names? I
Did you
feel like
not
if I
watch
heard
the
these
I read the
names,
books.
Did you not watch the
Oh.
episode? Because it's a whole thing. It makes it a big point that they don't. Spoiler
You're
alert,
right. No.
don't make it to the White House.
Yeah, they don't make it, and I do recall now because we finally start to get to find out a bit more about Perrin and his whole thing. What's
Yeah,
going
he's
on
awful.
there. I don't wanna
No,
spoil.
I don't want to get into it. It's gonna make me mad.
nice.
Anyways, then there's this tree-looking thing, and it's hilarious. But it's not even really a tree. I don't even know what the hell to describe. He's like a mix with a tree and a horse, and then it's a whole thing. And that's how I would describe him. And he talks.
Wasn't he a troll? I thought he said he was a troll that had like decided not to be evil.
Possible. It looks like a tree and a. Wouldn't that be a tree and a troll? Isn't a troll like a tree and a horse put together?
No.
What? No, it's a
No.
centaur. No, that's
Yeah.
a person. Oh
There's
god,
no,
I don't
there's
know.
no tree and horse thing put together. I'm making this thing
No.
up here. Just the thing that his hair was just very bushy like a horse, but it also kind of looked like a tree. So it was like, and then his.
All right. So a troll is a being in Scandinavian folklore, including
Yeah, we
Norse
understand what a
mythology.
real
Old
troll
Norse
is.
sources. Beings described
trolls could be
as trolls
anything.
dwell in
I mean, if you
isolated
really
areas,
think about
rocks,
it, trolls
mountains, or
could be
caves,
anything.
live
If you
together
wanna
in
make
small
it-
family units and are
It's how
rarely
you
helpful to
describe
human
as a
beings.
troll, and you see it as a troll.
So I'm really excited to watch this series. So probably gonna start it
You
tonight.
see the
to be
troll X, you'll
honest.
see your whole. When we went about Krampus, you'll really enjoy the Trollocs or whatever the hell those things are called. You barely see them, but you know you
That's
kind of
being
see
a troll
them.
right now.
And then they murder a bunch of people, and they can't swim, and I get mad about it. It's a whole thing. Anyways,
I
and then there's
also
the
can't
Fae who are
swim.
faceless, and you can't see any. They can't see things, but they can kill people. It's a whole
Fate.
thing too. And then there's these dragons that aren't really dragons. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Great
going
game.
on
Everything's
here.
just something, but not really that something. It sounds
Right.
like.
Yeah. They're making
Okay,
their own
cool.
creatures up. It's like you
That's
know
cool.
what? It's like it's a
like
story or
a
something.
story that they wrote for themselves as fiction, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they thought they saw Lord of the Rings. They're like, you know what? That's kind of a good idea. And then they saw like, something else, and they're like, all right, let's do that. But let's mix these two together and fuck it all up.
I love that Alex saw, but like obviously this all came out before there was movies of Lord of the Rings and stuff. Read.
But the Lord of the Rings books have been out for just as long.
Yes, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit were like, I mean, The Hobbit in particular is very old, and it was largely what led to a lot of the fantasy creatures and lore that we have today. I think a lot of people don't realize just like how influential The Hobbit was to like why D&D is a thing and like
So
RPGs.
the Wheel
and
of
all
Time
creatures
came
that we
out in the
see.
80s.
Yeah.
Or 90s, sorry, 90s.
Hobbit's what, like 60s?
The Hobbit is
And
Yeah,
Lord of the
I
Rings is
think
like
so.
70s or also 80s?
The Hobbit is 37.
Shit. Yeah, okay. A lot older.
Yeah.
My
I always
God.
forget how old. Yeah, so what was it, the 40s or the 50s when
When Lord of the Rings was the
Lord of the Rings
50s.
came out? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense because J.R. Tolkien fought in World War One, and it was
Oh,
after
really?
his
I didn't know
experiences
that.
he wrote
Holy
The
shit.
Hobbit and like the story for the Lord of the Rings. Yeah,
Damn.
because it was basically there was no like big like cultural fictional story out of the UK, and so he authored like this like really cool story that
Huh.
And Game of
Yeah.
Thrones only came out in 96. So that's kind
I mean, the fact that George R.R. Martin's still alive, I mean, should probably tell you that it's a newer book series comparatively.
Well, it's only 6 years after The Wheel of Time.
The first Wheel of Time. Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
But I mean, Robert
So-
Jordan has passed away already.
Yeah, we're all still shocked that George R.R. Martin is alive. So,
Sure. But for different reasons.
yes, very much. I'm shocked there wasn't a crazy fan that killed him.
Wow.
Seriously, like I mean, like the book is not out yet, and the show has been done for 3 years.
Yeah.
So like,
That's true.
well, not 3 years. It's been 2 and a bit, but still, that's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
And they finished a whole TV series based on the books that he wrote, and he's not even done the books, and the series is done. They've written 2 prequels. One just got canceled, and then the other one is about to air on TV. Like, it's just crazy. They spent $30 million on the first prequel trilogy, prequel pilot, and they canceled it.
I read about this too. Yeah,
So
they
That's a
had
lot of money.
like done
It
a
is.
pilot, and then I think it was a new showrunner came in or something, and he was just like, "No, this isn't good. We're not going to air this." And $30 million
HBO
in, they're
canceled
just
it.
like,
Yeah, it was HBO.
yeah, but it was like a new producer that came in or a new showrunner that came
Yeah,
in.
the
like,
new HBO representative was like,
oh,
"We'll
that's
cancel this."
yeah. So like $30 million, like, okay. Do they want to take a chance on a play pause series
The
that doesn't
third,
take
that
off?
would be the second prequel series that was canceled by them.
Yeah,
They had like
yeah,
5
yeah.
planned. 1 has
When
obviously
is
been dropped.
the new one coming out with Matt Smith?
House of Dragons. I think
Yeah.
it's soon.
I'm always excited to get me some more Matt Smith. He's fantastic.
Now it's going to be. He was supposed to be in the last Star Wars movie, but it never happened. They cut his scenes.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's supposed to. It doesn't say when it comes out. It's supposed to be next year. It doesn't give an official date. I would assume it would probably come out around June.
Yeah.
Just the way they usually do things around there. Well, maybe not. No, it doesn't have an actual date, but oh well. Are we still here? Are we still alive? We're going?
We're still here. We're still alive.
Oh,
Yes, we are.
Well,
indeed.
I mean, what we got going on this week, boys and girls? We got Hawkeye
there's
this last week.
new
which is
episode of Hawkeye.
Which is
dropped
a
today.
big cameo today.
Ooh.
Yep.
Did you watch it, Matt?
I did.
Steph, you probably didn't.
I sure didn't.
That's fine.
I don't have a lot of interest in this one. I don't know why, but
Sorry, it's
maybe I'll
fun.
check.
It's like a Christmas show.
Kind of.
There's a lot of
it
Christmas
revolves around. It doesn't. It's not about Christmas.
No.
It just revolves around the time of Christmas.
Yes.
So it's like Die Hard.
Sure. Sure.
The silence. Well, because like it takes place around Christmas, but it's not really a Christmas movie. But people argue that it's a Christmas movie.
Everyone that likes Die Hard would argue that it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's why I said
it wasn't a Christmas movie.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I've never seen A Nightmare Before Christmas, so it's fine.
What? Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, I feel like
we
Die Hard's
have
like the
wrapping
bigger thing.
paper we've been using this year that is Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I'm also not a psychopath, so it's fine.
Oh my god, it's not a crazy movie. I hate that. It's actually quite a nice story.
So good.
I never said it wasn't.
Whatever. And it's
But I
beautifully
entirely
filmed.
don't care about Tim Burton. So
Well, he's my favorite.
there's
so.
only one, maybe two movies that I like about Tim Burton. So
Sweeney Todd?
no, I only
Good,
enjoy
I
that
hated that
music wise, and then even then, it's just like, they could have done better. It's obviously Batman and Batman
Yeah, those
Returns.
are those Batman movies were
Like-
the best.
Everything else is just the same, and you can fight me all you want on it. If you watch his other movies, they're all the goddamn same. Because Willy Wonka is literally Edward Scissorhands with a little bit more personality. Fight me. You got something to say? You got something to say? Come on.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
Put it out.
Good episode. I'm enjoying
Put
this
it
show. 4 episodes in.
Yeah, big
Good stuff.
cameo.
Yep.
It's leading into, mixing all the verses. If you saw a movie earlier this year, I won't say which one because it kind of ruins the cameo.
But it came out this year and it's a Marvel movie, so I just told you what the cameo is.
Well, not really. It could be Shang-Chi for all we know. It's not now, but now we know it could have been.
Alex
That's
is
what I was going to
knocking
guess
them
it
off.
was. Hey, speaking of, this is a super little bit of a side tangent, but speaking of Shang-Chi, what's his name? What's the actor's name?
Simu Liu.
Yes, thank you. So he was hilariously on this episode of the show that I am obsessed with. It's like a guilty pleasure, Selling Sunset on Netflix. It's about these rich ass fancy ladies that are all super fancy and sell multi-million-dollar homes in LA.
Sure.
And he was on the show buying a house. It was great. I was like, oh my god, little Toronto's on the big show
is
now.
he playing a character or is he himself on the show?
No, he's himself. Yeah, it's a
Okay,
reality.
okay.
It's reality
Okay,
TV,
okay.
right? So
That's cool.
yeah, it's yeah.
I
so
also watched something with him in it today. The latest Hot Ones episode is him.
nice.
was fun. It was a good episode. Yep.
Shang-Chi got a sequel announced yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, he went on there. He on his Twitter. He was like, "It flopped so hard they gave us a sequel because it was the one that everyone thought was never going to work."
Hence, he's buying a house in LA.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yep.
Like not an inexpensive house either.
No.
He's like, I would like a house with, if possible, if at all possible, a basketball court like in it.
In it, or
nice.
Or just
on
like
the property,
on the property, whatever. Yeah, I'm like,
Guys, you're thinking too small. You have to have your basketball court in your house.
Well, Drake does, but it's Canada, so we kind of have to make that work, right?
Hey, basketball was invented in Canada, man. It's our sport.
Yes. However, it's very difficult to play outside in the winter. Probably, I would imagine. I don't play it, but
that's just
basketball is an indoor sport. You just can play it outside.
You can play it outside.
That's what I'm saying, but it's an indoor sport.
Yeah. For the pros, yeah.
You never.
I think the pros are kind of like what defines the sport, is it not?
No, I don't think so.
Isn't that what your ultimate
goal is to get to?
I think the humble
beginnings of a sport is what define the sport. Like in the Mighty Ducks, I was going on about like pond hockey, like and all that stuff, right? Because that's how you play when you're a kid on the pond, not in a big arena. Alex, jeez.
Well,
so anyway,
I never played hockey.
So. I also never played hockey, but yeah.
Well, folks, what else do you have for our listeners, our tuning inners, our play pausers, our it is what it isers?
Wow. I got nothing.
I have a bottle of Jaeger in here.
Oh, I'll take that.
Okay.
I have a couple bottles.
It cost me $48 that I never used.
I could have just given you one.
Well, here's the thing. So we had a staff party when we closed the restaurant, and I didn't think we had any. So I bought 2 bottles. Lo and behold, we had 4 bottles at the place. So I was like, well, I'm just going to take this back then, because people don't need it. Because we still had some left over. So
if you really don't want it, I'll buy it off you.
Okay.
The bidding starts at $49.
It's a 40, so
yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah,
I also have a lot of tequila.
I don't know. I don't see the problem here. I'm starting a cocktail business. Like I need all the booze.
That's fair. Well, next week is Spider-Man. We'll we'll have an episode before the Spider-Man, and then we'll have a review of it as soon as we can.
Are back on this channel tomorrow night.
Yes,
I have no idea how it's going to work yet, but you just come to this Play Pause channel on YouTube. You watch it.
We'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
You listen to us, or don't listen to us, or watch the whole thing.
You listen to us.
Or you could just watch the thing on our YouTube channel and not listen to us. You're going to have to listen to us, but that's fine. Not really sure how it's going to work yet. But watch it on our YouTube channel, not their YouTube channel.
Yeah, this YouTube channel.
This YouTube channel. If you're watching us right now on this YouTube channel.
Yes.
Anyways, links in our bio. You know how it is. We'll put links on the Instagrams and the Facebooks.
All the stuffs.
All the social medias except for the Twitters, because the Twitter is a lot of work. I don't want to do that.
Nah, I don't have time for. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, nobody's got time for Twitter.
Yep.
Nobody does. Nobody does. It's like the last one I look at, and then it's a whole.
I have not looked at Twitter in like probably 10 years.
Well, I don't believe that's true.
It is.
That would be you haven't looked at it since 2012.
Yeah, it's probably accurate.
2012, we just left. We were still in London, I think.
Was.
2012. No.
I was.
Not New Hamburg.
We were in New Hamburg.
I was in London.
You were in London. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. This has been fun. It's been a good hour and a half.
Yay!
Yeah, as always. Again,
thanks
come
for
to this channel,
everybody.
This channel tomorrow for the Game Awards. The Game Awards of
The
2022.
Game Awards.
Wait, 21. What year are we in? You know what we're in.
20.
Because it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Hashtag boycott the Olympics.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, you guys didn't hear about that? I'll tell you after. I won't clarify it for the podcast.
No, it's kind of weird.
Super quick. There's a diplomatic boycott of the Olympics happening in China for 2022.
Yes, I did hear
the
that.
US, Canada joined today. Australia, the UK both joined. I don't know if others have joined since, but basically they won't be like officially sending any diplomats or anyone from the governments to attend those Olympic Games. They're not boycotting the athletes or like telling the athletes you have to boycott. But yeah, it's all about like the genocides and shitty things that are happening in China. So there you go.
Yeah, pretty dope.
Hashtag boycott.
Do what you can, I guess.
The thing is, like, I'm pretty sure like the Olympics aren't happening in the. Never mind. We're not going to get into that. Well,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye now.
Yay!